hissing steam and squeaking metal. Well, I looked through my window and I saw a train standing perfectly still. And so I put on my pajamas, I ran down, and there was steam spewing out from all sides of the thing, and the snowflakes fell lightly around. And a conductor, he stood at the open door. He took out a large watch. He looked at it and he said, well, are you coming aboard? And I said, yes. And he yelled out, all aboard? And I said, well, where are we going? And he said, why, to the North Pole, of course. This is the Polar Express. And I took his outstretched hand and he helped me get aboard, and the train was filled with children. And they were all in their pajamas and their nightgowns. And we sang Christmas carols and we ate candies and we even had nougat centers, which I always thought was nugget, but that's all right. And we drank hot cocoa as thick as rich and melted chocolate bars. And outside, the lights of
you want this bell?
the village flickered in the distance.
Say thank you.
The Polar Express raced away. And soon there were no more lights to be seen. And we traveled through the cold, dark forest where lean wolves roamed the country and bunny rabbits ran to get out of the wilderness and hide from our train.
That sounds really neat.
Well,
it sounds like Santa's bells.
We would almost touch the moon. But that's the Polar Express.
That's special.
And it never, ever slowed down. Faster and faster and along and rolling over peaks and cars, and kind of like on a big roller coaster. And the mountain turned into hills, and the hills to snow-covered plains, and pretty soon we crossed a barren desert of ice. And that is the Great Polar Ice Cap. And lights appeared in the distance, and they look like the lights of a strange ocean liner.
That's special.
Sailing on the sea. There, said the conductor, is the North Pole. The North Pole, it was a huge city, and it's standing alone at the top of the world. And it was filled with factories, and everybody was busy making Christmas toys. Well, the first
What's that? What is that?
They are gathered at the center of the city, the conductor told us.
That's another train.
That's where Santa will give the first gift of Christmas. Well, who will receive the first gift, we all asked. And the conductor, he said, well, he will choose one of you. Luck, shouted the children. There are the elves, and outside we saw hundreds of elves. And as our train drew closer to the center of the North Pole, we
another train?
So
oh, you want to keep going?
And when the Polar Express could go no further,